We have a mixed bag of weather across the United States. In the northwestern quadrant of the United States with snow from the eastern lakes through the New England area, through the middle Atlantic states, showers and cloudiness down through the southeastern area, record cold temperatures.
At 7:30 this morning, KPFK received a call from a woman identifying herself as a member of the Weather Underground.
Hello. I'm going to read a declaration of a state of war. This is the first communication from the Weatherman Underground. Kids know the lines are drawn. Revolution is touching all of our lives. Freaks are revolutionaries, and revolutionaries are freaks. If you want to find us, this is where we are. In every tribe, commune, dormitory, farmhouse, barracks, and townhouse, where kids are making love, smoking dope, and loading guns, fugitives from American justice are free to go. Within the next 14 days, we will attack a symbol or institution of American injustice.
President, the only hot war we've got running at the moment is, of course, the one in Vietnam, and we've got our difficulties there, quite obviously.
I don't think that unless a greater effort is made by the government to win popular support, that the war can be won out there.
Weatherman Group of 1960s to the 1970s raised conflict upon the U.S. over the Vietnam War and the injustice of the government. Gradually, members of the protest group surrendered after living underground for a few years. Though, because of the illegal action the FBI took in order to attain the members, the judicial system had to come to a compromise, ending with several Weathermen walking away without any sentences.
There's no way to be committed to nonviolence in the middle of the most violent society that history's ever created. I'm not committed to nonviolence in any way.
Panthers. We're going to fight some capitalism with some basic socialistic programs. We'll fight imperialism with proletarian internationalism.
We need socialism in practice. We need an understanding of Marxist-Leninist principles so that we may put our knowledge into revolutionary practice.
Representing the Young Patriots.
And the gun on the side of the revolutionary, on the side of the people, means solidarity and socialism.
Representing the Black Panthers.
The red book is my Bible, the gun is my staff.
Representing SDS.
Our program is going to be to come back on the campuses this fall and hit them harder than they've ever been hit before. The struggle that is going to ultimately defeat United States imperialism is going to be an international struggle. It's going to be an armed struggle.
This fall, in Chicago, we will lead massive demonstrations against the war in support of the Black Panther Party and in solidarity with all political prisoners.
October 6, 1969, the Weathermen bombed the Haymarket Police statue in Chicago. 2 days later, the Days of Rage riots occurred. 287 members were arrested, some becoming fugitives when they failed to appear in court. December 4th, 1969, Fred Hampton, a member of the Black Panthers, was shot. His assassination led to the Weathermen bombing several Chicago police cars parked in the precinct parking lot at 3600 North Halsted Street, Chicago.
What you say? If you ever think about me, and if you think about me, niggas, and if you ain't gonna do no revolutionary action, forget about me. I don't want myself on your mind if you're not gonna work for the people. Like we always said, if you actually make a commitment at the age of 20, and you say, I don't want to make that commitment because of simple reasons that I'm too young to die, I want to live a little bit longer, what you did already. You have to understand that people have to pay the price for peace. If you dare to struggle, you dare to win. If you dare not to struggle, then goddamn it, you don't deserve to win. Let me say peace to you if you're willing to fight for it.
March 6, 1970, Weathermen Theodore Gold, Diana Uden, and Terry Robbins are killed in the Greenwich Village townhouse explosion when the bomb they were constructing detonated. The bomb was intended to be planted at a non-commissioned officer's dance at Fort Dix, New Jersey. During 1970, the Weather Underground operated a total of 17 bombings.
At 1 minute before 1 o'clock this morning, the switchboard at the Capitol received a phone call. A man's voice said a bomb would go off in the building in half an hour. At 1:30 in the morning, it did, in a small, unmarked restroom on the ground floor of the Senate side, next to a barber shop and near several small offices, including one committee hearing room, for a report on the first serious damage to the nation's foremost structure since the British burned it in 1814.
March 1st, 1971, the United States Capitol is bombed. The Weathermen stated that it was to protest the invasion of Laos. On May 19, 1972, the Weathermen bombed the Pentagon. They said it was in retaliation for the U.S. bombing raid in Hanoi. In October 1973, the U.S. government requested dropping charges against most of the Weather Underground members. The request cited a recent decision by the Supreme Court that barred electronic surveillance without a court order. This decision would hamper prosecution of the Weathermen cases. In addition, the government did not want to reveal foreign intelligence secrets that the court had ordered disclosed.
Marianne, all vestiges of the turbulent 60s are now just a page in history. That's what former members of the Weather Underground are saying after the surrender of Bernadine Dorn and William Ayers last week. The heyday of those young radicals began in 1969. The times have changed, and so have the attitudes of the young, as our Diane Lawson found out.
10 years ago, Bernadine Dorn was shouting revolution. This administration building was held and occupied by students for 3 weeks. Could it happen today? Probably not.
Chicago sounded the death knell, that there is no one left. But the FBI does not agree, although agents have given up intense hunts for the radicals.
By the end of the 70s, most members turned themselves in. Few went to prison because of the illegal action the FBI took in order to attain them. Some members went on to join new protest groups, while others decided to leave their fugitive pasts behind them. Though the Weather Underground is over, the possibility of a very similar group coming around today is becoming more and more likely.